Have you ever found yourself curious about the inner workings of the United Nations, the complex international organization that is instrumental in upholding global peace and security? This vast entity is brimming with a rich history, multifaceted structure, and a myriad of functions that all coalesce to form this cornerstone of international diplomacy. The United Nations, a beacon of hope for global harmony, is composed of several critical organs, each playing a unique and indispensable role in the grand tapestry of world governance. These organs are the lifeblood of the organization. They are the gears that keep the engine of international peace running smoothly. From the General Assembly to the International Court of Justice, each organ is tasked with a specific mandate, be it addressing global crises, enacting international laws, maintaining peacekeeping operations, or promoting human rights. These organs work in tandem to ensure the United Nations achieves its noble objectives. The United Nations, being an embodiment of collective action, represents a collective dream, a dream of a world where every nation, big or small, rich or poor, has a voice. It is a dream of a world where peace is not only possible, but sustainable. Today, as we unravel the intricacies of these main organs, we step into the heart of the United Nations, gaining a deeper understanding of their respective roles and the power they hold. It is a journey that allows us to better appreciate the immense effort and dedication that goes into maintaining global peace and security. First up is the General Assembly. This significant body of the United Nations is the heartbeat of global discussions, playing an instrumental role in shaping the course of events. As the main deliberative, policy-making, and representative faction of the UN, it serves as a forum where every member state has an equal voice. It is where nations from across the globe, regardless of their size or influence, come together to discuss, debate, and collaborate on a myriad of international issues. Within the grand halls of the General Assembly, countries convene to discuss pressing matters that affect all corners of the world. From the debates on climate change to thought-provoking discussions on human rights, from comprehensive deliberations on global health crises to focused dialogues on international treaties, no topic is too insignificant or too immense for the Assembly. The General Assembly is an entity known not only for its diversity and inclusivity, but particularly for its broad mandate. This mandate is not merely a guideline, but the lifeblood of its operations, encompassing a range of topics. This includes peace and security, undoubtedly a key function to economic cooperation, a critical component in an increasingly interconnected world. It extends to social, humanitarian, and cultural issues, and even to the codification of international law. The General Assembly's broad mandate ensures it remains a dynamic and responsive body, always adapting, always responding to the needs of the world, keen to foster and uphold the principles of international cooperation. The General Assembly is known for its broad mandate, covering everything from peace and security to economic cooperation. Next, we have the Security Council. This organ, one of the 6 main bodies of the United Nations, is entrusted with the substantial task of preserving international peace and stability. Its role is pivotal as it forms the backbone of the world's collective security system. The Security Council is composed of 15 member states, including 5 permanent and 10 non-permanent members. The permanent members are the United States, the United Kingdom, France, China, and Russia. These nations are historically recognized as the world's major powers. The 10 non-permanent members are elected for a 2-year term by the General Assembly. Their selection reflects the geographical distribution of member states, ensuring representation from various regions. The Security Council's authority is unique and far-reaching. It has the power to make decisions that have a binding force on all UN member states. This means that when the Security Council adopts a resolution, every member state is required to comply with its stipulations. The power of veto, held exclusively by the permanent members, is a distinctive feature of the Security Council's functioning. This allows them to block any substantive draft resolution, even if it has widespread international support. It's an exceptional privilege that can dramatically alter the course of international relations and is fundamental to the functioning of this organ. This power of veto, which enables the permanent members to prevent the adoption of any substantive draft council resolution, regardless of the level of international support, is key to the functioning of this organ. Now let's proceed to the Economic and Social Council, which is widely known by its acronym EcoSoC, Situated at the very heart of the United Nations structure, this institution represents the pinnacle of international collaboration, aimed at driving economic, social, and environmental progress. It's a crucial assembly point where nations gather to discuss, formulate, and evaluate policies that have far-reaching implications. The role of EcoSoC is to serve as the primary forum for international dialogue and cooperation on economic and social issues. It is responsible for studying and making recommendations on global predicaments and challenges that fall within its broad mandate. From economic to social, from environmental to humanitarian, its domain is vast and diversified. EcoSoC also provides a platform to engage non-governmental organizations, civil societies, allowing for inclusive dialogue. It's here that the latest global trends are analyzed, the world's most pressing problems are discussed, and solutions are crafted to guide the collective path of nations. The Council is profoundly instrumental in fostering international cooperation for development. It's here that the UN's Sustainable Development Goals are shaped and promoted. Moreover, EcoSoC also takes on the responsibility to address global issues that many nations grapple with, such as poverty, education, and health. EcoSoC plays a crucial role in fostering international cooperation for development, promoting sustainable development goals, and addressing issues such as poverty, education, and health. The Trusteeship Council, a somewhat obscure body within the United Nations, UN, is not commonly known, primarily due to its suspension in 1994. Established just after World War II, the Council was a vital tool in the decolonization process. It aimed to oversee the well-being and advancement of the inhabitants of trust territories. Its principal role was to provide international supervision for these territories, with the primary objective of preparing them for self-rule and eventual independence. The Council was composed of an equal number of UN member states administering trust territories and members elected by the General Assembly. Its work was largely humanitarian and developmental, focusing on the protection of human rights, the development of efficient governance structures, and most importantly, preparing for eventual independence. Over time, the Council oversaw the decolonization of various territories across the globe. This was a significant contribution in an era marked by the dissolution of colonial empires and the emergence of newly independent nations. The Council's principal tasks were completed by the early 1990s as the number of trust territories dwindled to zero. The successful decolonization process led to the suspension of the Council's operations. Today, the Council exists in name only, a testament to the successful transition of numerous territories from colonial rule to independence. The International Court of Justice, based in The Hague, Netherlands, is the primary judicial organ of the UN. The court settles legal disputes between states and gives advisory opinions on legal questions referred to it by authorized UN organs and specialized agencies. Finally, there's the Secretariat, the organ responsible for the day-to-day work of the UN. Led by the Secretary General, the Secretariat carries out the diverse tasks that the other organs entrust to it, making it the backbone of the UN system. The Secretary General, as the Chief Administrative Officer, plays a vital role in managing the operations of the organization. So there you have it, a comprehensive overview of the main organs of the United Nations, each playing a distinct role in promoting peace, security, and cooperation among nations. Understanding these organs helps us appreciate the complexity and importance of the work carried out by the United Nations in our increasingly interconnected world.